In a recent episode of Weighing In Podcast, former MMA referee Big John McCarthy and ex-UFC lightweight Josh Thomson shared their thoughts on Robert Whittaker possibly moving from middleweight to light heavyweight. Big John was firmly against the idea, arguing that Whittaker is the top contender in the middleweight division and should stay there. This topic gained traction after Whittaker hinted at the idea, noting that he's bigger than people often realize and could adapt to fighting at 205 pounds. Josh Thomson had a different view though. He thought moving to light heavyweight could make sense, since things at middleweight haven't gone Whittaker's way. He pointed to the fight between Israel Adesanya and Alex Pereira as a key factor. Since Adesanya had already beaten Whittaker twice, a third fight with him seemed unlikely anytime soon. Thomson advised Whittaker to wait and see how the situation plays out before making any big decisions.
And Robert, I read the quote on him. He said, look, I'm a big guy. I don't think people realize that I'm a big guy. You're not really that big. Like height-wise, he's not
frame-wise.
6'4", 6'5".
Not frame-wise.
Not frame-wise.
But the amount of muscle he carries, he is thick.
He is.
He's got big legs.
I mean, let's not forget, he fought at 170. Fought at 185. Look, if you want to go ahead and jump on up to 205, I think right now is a good time to go because 205 is a pretty weak weight class. And I've always felt 85 and 205 was the pillar of the organization of MMA. You had Tito Ortiz, you had Ken Shamrock, you had Chuck Liddell, you had Rampage. I mean, these guys, there's Shogun. I mean, you got Jon Jones. I mean, think about all the biggest names in the sport. I think 5 or 6 of them come from that weight class. I look at him and I think to myself, if you want to do it, majority of them are stand-up guys. Majority of that weight class is stand-up guys. So, I mean, like, he's not going to be worried about guys really trying to take him down and dominate him from the top. Maybe he could potentially get knocked out on the feet. But he's a stand-up guy himself. He's got good wrestling. He can also try to take some of those guys down. They're just physically bigger than him. They're going to be physically stronger than him.
Paddy Pimblett is gearing up for his next UFC fight and has dropped hints about an upcoming announcement. With an undefeated 6-0 record in the UFC, the 29-year-old from Liverpool has been eyeing a higher-ranked opponent, and it seems he may finally get his shot. While he hasn't revealed a name yet, Pimblett's choice of words has sparked speculation about who his next opponent might be. Nice end to the year, to be honest. Pimblett said on his YouTube channel, "I'm in good shape, about 185 pounds. People have been speculating about who I'm fighting, this and that. I'm coming for that belt, so I'm looking for higher ranked fighters, and I'm sure you'll see a fight announcement soon enough. I've said, yeah, the opponent said, yeah, just need to get stuff signed. So you know the score, everyone. Like, comment, and subscribe, and I'll see you at the top." Paddy's comment, "I'll see you at the top," has quickly sparked rumors that he's teasing a fight with Michael Chandler. Chandler is known for using that phrase frequently in interviews and on social media, making it an easy connection for fans and analysts alike. Paddy took things one step further when he eliminated one possible opponent from the list when he addressed Polish lightweight contender Mateusz Gamrot, who last fought this past August when he lost a razor-close split decision to Dan Hooker. Quote, "Everyone thinks I'm fighting Gamrot. Don't think the UFC would put me against a fighter like Gamrot who just sniffs balls." End quote. Who would you like to see Paddy fight next? Leave your comments below. Jon Jones experiences an unexpected issue in his gym. One of his main sparring partners, a Russian professional heavyweight boxer named Leonid Graichev, revealed that Jon kicked him out of his camp and team. Leonid had been a key figure in Jon's boxing preparation for years, playing an active role in his recent training camps against Stipe and Cyril Gunn. However, in a recent interview with a Russian channel, Leonid revealed that Jon ended their partnership and expelled him from the gym. The fallout happened after Leonid trained with Aspinall during Jon's ongoing preparations. Leonid had traveled to Tom's camp to train with him, a choice that sparked the conflict. Jon viewed Leonid's decision as an act of betrayal and promptly severed ties with him both professionally and personally. Despite their previously close relationship, Leonid now acknowledges that the incident has brought their partnership to an end. Leonid stated, quote, "Recently, I traveled to meet up with some of my old coaches in the UK and get some work in. We sparred 3 times a week and everything went as usual. Before leaving, I told Jon where I was going, and he was okay with me stepping away from his camp for a short period. During my time with friends, one of my coaches suggested going to Liverpool to train with Tom, who was coached by his friend. I agreed, but made it clear that Tom's team should know I was training with Jon, so they wouldn't think I was spying. I also called Jon to inform him and asked if he was fine with it. He said, okay, do whatever you want, no problem. Let me know how it goes. I trained and sparred with Tom, but didn't share any secrets about Jon. However, the next day, Brandon Gibson called me and said Jon was upset about my decision to train with Aspinall and didn't want to see me at the gym anymore. I tried to contact Jon, but he didn't respond. I texted him, but the result was the same. Later, I noticed he unfollowed me on Instagram, so I guess it's over. End quote. Jiri Prochazka sees Jamahal Hill's trash talk ahead of UFC 311 as nothing more than a sign of weakness. Jiri and Hill will both be looking to bounce back from knockout defeats to light heavyweight champion Alex Pereira when they meet on January 18th at UFC 311 in California. The two former champions have been on a collision course for some time, exchanging jabs along the way. Now Prochazka is eager to finally step into the octagon with Hill and settle their rivalry. In an interview with MMA Fighting, Jiri stated, quote, "He's an opponent who I wanted before, and he had a lot of things to say about me and my style, my everything, whatever. So right now it's time to fight, that's all, and I'm ready to show my best, and that's all. I'm going for the win." End quote. Jamahal Hill had some harsh words about Jiri's style, branding him as a low IQ fighter who takes a lot of damage. However, Prochazka thinks Hill's trash talk is very telling of how he really feels heading into their fight. Quote, "I don't care what Jamahal is saying because it's not just about me. It just shows what's in his head. Man, I don't care about what others say about me because when you understand how this works, how to work the mind and body, you see why people talk about others, especially when he doesn't know me personally. He only knows my fighting style, and in that, he's completely off with his comments. That's why I don't care about trash talk. It's just a way to build confidence where there is none. Do you know what a truly confident man, a real man, looks like? He doesn't need to talk trash about others, to boast about his strengths, or point out his opponent's weaknesses. A truly confident man is secure enough not to do that. For me, that's the true power of a man. Why speak about others? I see it as a weakness to talk nonsense about my opponents. I'm going there to show my best, and I will prove to the world that I'm the best. That's all. My actions will speak." Here are some of the top comments on our last video. Not gonna lie, Chimaev is a bigger threat than Ankalaev. People want to see Poatan go up against a wrestler? There you go. Ankalaev is a Dagestani. Sure, but he's primarily a striker. I know the rumors aren't true, but my point still stands. Pereira versus Chimaev would sell way more tickets than Conor versus anybody. Jones wants to be an actor. He's been acting like a good guy his whole career. Bruh, WTF is Ankalaev supposed to do? Khamzat has dipped 2 divisions if he dips middleweight. Alright, he deserved a title shot on both, but now he getting on in another division? Bruh, this is kinda weird, not gonna lie. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to leave a comment and subscribe for daily MMA news.